Best way to recognize whether your child is struggling emotionally after divorce is to look for signs. So, for example, you want to see whether the child is eating normally, whether the child is socializing normally. Look at your child's day-to-day routine and see if you find any deviation from that routine. And what you want to do is you want to be open and communicate with your child and just be inquisitive. You don't want your child to sense or feel like he or she is being grilled and questioned, but just be curious and ask questions. The other thing that you can do is to be in touch with other individuals who are regularly interacting with your child. This is really important. So, the school system, if the child is involved in activities, it might be a good idea, depending on your relationship with the people at these entities, to let them know that your child is working through, or the family is working through, a divorce, so that if those individuals see any signs of stress, they can communicate them to you and you can work together to help your child. How much you should tell your kids about the divorce really depends on the age and maturity of the child. What's most important is that whenever possible, you work with the other parent on figuring out how exactly you're going to do that, when you're going to do that, and coordinating your efforts. The biggest problems we've seen is when people do not communicate about that and the child is receiving different messages from different parents. So there is no black and white answer on when exactly to break the news to your child and how to do it. The important thing to do is to be deliberate about it and to communicate with the other parent about it. And if there are other professionals involved, coordinate that with them as well. The best way to support your child's relationship with the other parent is to, first of all, ensure that there are no deep issues that are having a significant impact on your co-parenting relationship. So the best first step you can take actually doesn't really have anything to do with your child. It's making sure that if anything happened, which in many cases it does, right? And that's what causes people to split. If anything significant happened between you and your ex, that you make the space and you take the time to address that. If counseling is necessary to address that issue, then utilize counseling. And it's not counseling geared toward reconciliation. It's counseling geared toward putting you in the best position to co-parent. So you want to make sure that you do that first. If there are any deep issues, don't just hope that they're going to go away. They probably won't. Address those issues. And then, as much as possible, you just want to have a genuinely quality relationship with the other parent. You want to really hope and facilitate hope that the other parent is going to have a quality relationship with your child, and make an effort to actually make that happen. So what that means is having flexibility, communicating with the other parent, encouraging the child's relationship with the other parent. So it goes beyond just wanting a good relationship. The actions you take day in and day out, especially in the presence of your child, communicate to your child what your relationship actually is with the other parent. So the more positive that relationship is, then the better the chances that your child is going to recognize that, and that is going to give your child some sort of psychological stability and make things much easier for your child. Whether or not your child should attend therapy is a very personal decision, and it depends on the age of the child, the child's psychological profile generally, and also how contested the divorce is. So I would say err on the side of getting your child into counseling to help with that transition. We find that it's very helpful for a child to have an outlet besides the parents and family members when the child is going through a divorce. So there is no black and white answer, but you really have to judge and gauge what the odds are that your child is going to struggle with this and that your child is going to benefit from having a third party to talk to. But I would say if you're in a gray area and you're not sure, err on the side of putting counseling in place to help your child through the process. If you have any questions about how to handle parenting during divorce to strengthen your co-parenting relationship, or how to handle any issues that come up related to co-parenting, contact us at Farias Family Law.